Shalawam. My name is Nazar Khad. First off, I want to say all praises and glory to Yahawashi. Double honors to the elders of GMS, and Shalawam to the Akim out there that's pushing the word in sincerity and truth. Alright, now the show is GMS precepts, where we just go into precepts real quick and break them down. So I'm just going to get right into the scriptures. Alright, now this first scripture I'm going to get is Revelation 13, a real basic scripture. Okay, now it says, Revelation 13 and 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Okay, so the first thing anybody thinks of when they think of captivity, all right, when they think of one nation leading another nation into captivity, is a so-called white man leading the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans into captivity. Primarily, the children of Judah, you so-called Negroes. That's the first person anybody thinks of when they think of slavery, as well as the other tribes as well, because when Columbus came over here, he nearly wiped out to the Taino Indians. The ones that were left, he enslaved them. Okay, same thing for Gad and Reuben and Issachar. Okay, the scripture in Jeremiah says Israel and Jacob were enslaved together. So the whole 10 tribes went into hardcore slavery. All right, but this scripture in Revelation is saying what? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So the ones that led the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans of hardcore slavery, hardcore bondage into captivity, guess what? You're going to go into captivity as well. All right, but it's a flip side to that, because the only ones, the nation of Israel is omitted from this scripture right here. Why? Because the scriptures say the world was created for our sakes. So everything that was created in the world is for the nation of Israel. We're a royal priesthood. Okay, that's why we're called Prince of the Power. That's why the name Israel in Yahawah in the Hebrew means what? Prince of the Power. We are physical counterparts of Yahawashi. So we're omitted from this scripture right here, because we're supposed to have slaves. We're supposed to have the other nations in captivity. All right. Now, real quick, the precept that is, I'm going to go to Isaiah 14 in the 2nd verse. It says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids." That's pretty plain and quick and to the point. For servants and handmaids. Servants and handmaids are slaves. Okay? And it says, now one might say, well, who are you going to have as servants or handmaids? It's going to say it right here. It says, "And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." Now, who's ruling, who's oppressing you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans even on to this day, the so-called white man? All right? And it's saying they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. Remember, captives was a key word in Revelation. The ones that had us in captivity and still do is the so-called white man. All right, they have the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in captivity, and they're so wicked and unrighteous. They even have their own race under captivity. But to hell with them. We're just, for the Most High. This Bible is just focused on the nation of Israel, so screw them. All right, but it's saying what? They shall take them captives, whose captives we were. We were and still are in captivity under the so-called white man. And guess what? We're gonna have them in captivity. All right, because you're not supposed to mess with the Lord's eye. The children of Israel are apples of the Lord's eye. All right. Now with that's it for that. That's GMS Precepts. Shalawam.